Ah, so this is what's possible when you take Michael Bay out of the equation, huh? I like it. Hey everyone, it's Nathan Orenstein from The No Show here to talk about Aldil El Arbi's and Bilal Fallah's Bad Boys for Life. Bad Boys for Life stars Will Smith, Martin Lawrence, Paola Nunez, and Kate Del Castillo, and is written by Chris Bremer, Peter Craig, and Joe Carnahan. This is the third film in the Bad Boys franchise and the first since 2003's Bad Boys 2. Let's just get this out in the open immediately. I think the first two Bad Boys movies kind of suck. Really, the only redeemable quality either of these movies have is the incredibly entertaining chemistry between Martin Lawrence and Will Smith. But besides that, they're pretty standard buddy cop movies with heightened stupidity brought to you by the infamous director Michael Bay. So believe me when I say that I was not really looking forward to a sequel that came nearly 2 decades after the last one. But to be honest, this is easily the best one in the franchise. If you're unfamiliar with the Bad Boys franchise, it's about a pair of detectives working in Miami named Mike Lowry and Marcus Burnett, played by Will Smith and Martin Lawrence respectively. Mike is coolier and flashier, while Marcus is a family man and is much more grounded. And these contrasting lifestyles is what provides most of the humor in this entire franchise. But if you missed the last two films, you're really not going to miss much here. Sure, there are a couple references here and there, but there's not nearly as much fan service as I would have expected, which is certainly a pleasant surprise. The most immediate difference in Bad Boys for Life is a bigger focus on story. Overall, this is definitely a strong choice, and the stakes of this film actually have a noticeable weight to them. The other two films kind of felt like action for action's sake, and I really do appreciate that the writers put more effort in to make this an actually personal story. I will say that the first act does come off a bit weird because of this, though, and it's strangely serious for a film of this genre. But stick with it, and this film gets a lot better once it really finds its feet. Don't get me wrong, though, Bad Boys for Life still knows how to have a lot of fun. Lawrence and Smith's chemistry is still incredibly entertaining, even if it doesn't feel quite as fresh as it did in the first two films. But there are a lot of new characters here, too, and they're all welcome additions, both for comedic and story-driven purposes. The biggest upgrade in the entire film, though, is how the action is handled, and Bad Boys for Life is actually a very capable action movie. The third act especially is incredibly action-packed, and this action is done really, really well. Yes, it's still completely ridiculous at times, but it also feels much more realistic, and I think this is a major improvement. Seriously, losing Michael Bay was the best possible thing that could happen to the Bad Boys franchise. But he is coming back as a producer for Bad Boys 4, so we'll see how well that film fares. At the end of the day, Bad Boys for Life is still very much a Bad Boys movie. Yes, it's super cheesy at times. Yes, it's still way larger than life. And yes, it's completely ridiculous at times. But with this film, it feels like everyone just cared a bit more. The acting's better, the writing's better, and most importantly, the direction's better. If you're a fan of the Bad Boys movies, I don't see any reason why you wouldn't like this one. And even if you're not, this is the kind of stupid fun that a lot of people just love going to the movie theater for, and I can't blame them. Just stick with it through that first act. Bad Boys for Life really is the best film in the franchise, and I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. As always, thank you guys for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, then feel free to like and subscribe. And if you've seen Bad Boys for Life, I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. I'll be reviewing Doolittle within the next few days, so click that bell to get notifications for whenever I post. I've been Nathan Orenstein with The No Show. See you next time.